Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Goldsmith Gaming with me, Christopher, and we're back with Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition and my first playthrough of the game. Last time, I was supposed to do some things, but I had been made aware of the fact that you can talk to your companions, not only for fun, but to actually get things from it. And I did get things from it because of a morsel excursion.
Also known as Wanker City.
Indeed, because his little excursion, not here in the lower ward, he actually was able to get a hold of another ability, which is just fun. He now has Skull Mob. He can summon an avalanche of his friends from the bones of the night to come and take a bite out of a target. That's kind of cool. Anna I didn't get too much out of, but Dakon, however, he opened up quite significantly with regards to the reason why he's being so down, and that is because he sort of lost his faith in a way. And in talking to him, I learned the what do we call it? Well, okay, the Circle of Serthamon. I was privy to look into this a bit. So there are 6 sort of teachings of Serthamon, the founder of the Gitzerai people. I went through all of that, trying to learn exactly what was going on, and we sort of understood where Dakon has failed a bit. Now, I didn't quite understand exactly what he's actually having a problem with, but I do think that it has to do with his personal history, which in some ways lines up with the teachings of Serthamon, so he's a bit confused if he actually has done the right thing, etc. But we actually got some cool things out of it. We got some spells out of it, which is fancy. So sort of the same as he has down here, apart from the Rain of Anger, because that is obviously just magic missile. But we got the Scripture of Steel, Submerge the Will, Vilkur's Eye. We also got Power of 1. We also have Balance in All Things, which actually he doesn't have, because that is where his sort of knowledge of the scripture actually ends. So I'm a little bit better at that whole Serthamon thing than he is, which is just fun. And in the end, I also went back to Ferod's court, because we know that he has died, or he had died previously, and I didn't really care about that apparently. But now we went back and actually picked up some stuff. So we have the Bronze Sphere. Now I can use it, but I'm a bit apprehensive about actually doing it. Because what it says here, the texture of the sphere, just the feel of it, gives you the impression it's an egg that just about to burst open, just touching to make your skin crawl. To make matters worse, the faint smell of rotten custard emanates from it, and it makes your eyes water. So I'm not super keen on using it, to be honest. But also, probably we should. I mean, I'm guessing this is sort of maybe not main story plot relevant, but you know, it's something. We also got his crutch, which opened up his hoard, and we went in there and found you know, some things. I found an eye, which I'm not even using. This eye here, it's not the best. It would be slightly better if I were a thief, I guess, because of the detect trap skill bonus. But for me as a mage, not really that interesting. And that is about what we got from there. And also, yeah, as you can see, I did manage to find my way out. It was where the map said it was, just on the ground below. A portal opened up when you went close by to it. And here's a lot of people. Oh, we have another shadow. And as well as Whoa, okay. Why are Why are those Harmonium officers angry, but not these? Well, these shadows are actually quite easy. I mean, they're doing a bit of damage, but not too much. But yeah, what? Whoa. Why do I have... that doesn't feel good. And I should probably avoid those. Okay, let's avoid them. What I was supposed to do last episode was that we're going to have to find some items for various people. Qual, who we need need for some information about, I believe, Revel Puzzlewell. He wants candy, so I need to find candy somewhere in here. And Merriman, he wanted, was it like booze or something? Here we go. Find a way to remove his memories. One has to love the irony of it all. He suggested water from the river Styx for the task, so I'm not certain where I would find some. And did we get something for Qual? Nothing here. Oh, and this is gonna be a lot. Okay, well, candy. Where could we find candy? We have Curiosity Galleria. I don't exactly know if there's any place here, but I'm looking at the apothecary for potentially something for Merriman. So let's actually go there. There are a lot of guards out for me, which I don't appreciate, because I don't know what I would have done to anger them. We also have a barkeeper, by the way. Ooh, you might be interesting. Okay, maybe not wine, but bread and cheese. Okay, you are a terrible barkeeper, because I can't even. And oh, they are together. Hello. Well, claps around together and bows her head. And Metal thanked the stranger once more. She only hoped that he knew how happy she felt to be reunited with Elwyn. Oh, that's beautiful. And also, indeed, Elwyn thanked the stranger. She had been reunited with her dearest friend in Mel. You are very, very welcome. Ooh, would like to tell you something now. Let's hear it.
Updated my journal.
The name I, Elwyn, chose for you, stranger, is not so fitting. You and I, Elwyn, have met before in the fest hall, in a place you could not have been were you not a sensate yourself. Ooh. Whether you recall or no, unless you betrayed the society of sensation at some point, you are a sensate. Aha. That might be why they're angry with me, because I've sort of fooled them, maybe. You and I, Elwyn, have met on 2 different occasions. The first was no less than 2 centuries past, and the last more recently. Perhaps no more than 50 years ago. Okay, quite a long time ago. Are you that long-lived, then? Well, my, Elwyn's, people are extremely long-lived. Forgetful one. Ooh, forgetful one. That seems appropriate, yes. You seemed a different man then, less grim, less scarred, so eager to see all that the multiverse had to offer. You courted me, Elwyn, then, and I was nearly taken as a lover, but then you disappear, so okay, where did I go? Well, I, Elwyn, was told you had been slain, murdered. I met you only once more after that. So what about that, then? And no, she does not remember that. Okay. No, you did not. Or rather, did I remember you, yes. You lashed out at me, Elwyn, made to slay me, screamed how I, Elwyn, could not fool you, would not ensnare and murdered you. And what happened then? We had met in one of the northern towers of the fest hall on the 7th floor. Before you could choke the life from me, I, Elwyn, used my powers to bade you leap from a window to your death. When I, Elwyn, finally went in search for your broken body, you had already gone. You did what? I concur. You did what? You basically shoved me out of the window. Well, that is the whole of my Elwyn's tale for you. We were not strangers once, but have now become so. Farewell, stranger, and may fortune walk with you in your travels. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and these are not angry with me. It's a bit weird. Pockets of Harmonium officers are angry with me. We have a sensate here. Why are you here then? Oh, okay, we can't talk to you. Pestle Kiln, a wall-eyed fellow whose skin seems to writhe and ripple across his entire body. He smacks his chapped lips with a blotched tongue. As you watch, his right eye moves independently of the left. Focusing on you. A second later, the left one flicks to look your way, then reverts to its original position. The right eye blinks, a strange gurgling comes from his throat. Is he like a toad or something? Hello. The man gives a lopsided grin and points at himself with his right thumb. Pestle, I'm called the Alchemist, and the name's Kiln. Need you something? Oh, are you quite all right there? Well, I am. And, okay, his throat convulses to relax. A large green glowing pustule suddenly bursts from the side of his neck. Nice. Something you needed then, sir? And the throat clenches again. A wave of quivering flesh swallows the blistering green puzzle back beneath the skin of his throat. So exactly what is up with you? Well, too much to drink. And what could possibly cause this? And how can I avoid it? Well, potions, apparently. Too many potions. Oh, are you like one of those people who experiment with potions, trying to see what to do? Maybe. The most I ever drank, that's for certain, of polymorphing they were and brewed in limbo. Okay, can I help you out with that? And as I turn more to look at each other, then back to you. Dunno. This sort of thing happens quite often. We can't seem to help to sample the stock. If you found a way to help, the two of us would be grateful. Do you mean that you are two people inside here now? Or you you polymorphed into something and then turned back but not entirely? Is that what happened? Well, more questions, I guess. Half of his mouth curls downward into a frown. He shakes his head. Work in the stockroom all day I do, and apparently he shudders a bit, and a third eye pops up over the bridge of his nose. The left one shifts sideways as the new eye takes its place. I speak only of the store, sir. Oh, okay. That said, the skin of his face seems to eat the new eye, and the left one returns to his old location. This is quite a horrible experience, and people seem very relaxed in here. So this place didn't help us. There are things, cabinets, etc. Yeah, he's not having a good time, is he? But okay, we're not getting anywhere from you. Right, we have more interiors. We have the curiosity shops. Let's just try making it in there. There we go. Oh, right, it's up the stairs. Never mind. Should have seen that. We have a thug boss down there. Saw you chilling out. Standish. Let's start with you. Apparently the apprentice or something. Downtrodden little man scurries about the curiosity shop, dusting, cataloging, and moving things about for the place's proprietress. You notice the smell faintly. He smells faintly of onions. He glances up to you nervously as you approach. Please, sir, I cannot speak with you. I have work to do, and my mistress simply won't allow it. I'm only going to ask you a few questions. Well, sorry, sir, but I can't. Please leave me be before my mistress notices me talking to you. So, indeed, we have Mistress Vrishka. Maybe? I'm Standish, her servant, her slave. Okay, so not apprentice then, just a slave. I committed a crime of a sentence to slavery, then purchased in the lower ward. Ah, okay, that place. Like many of her slaves, most of whom she keeps at her manor. Now please, I beg of you, leave me be. Right. Vrishka, or something. A sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive enough, somewhat disturbing, with her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes. As she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfold from her back, and then seems to settle back into her skin. Beautiful. Well, a floating disembodied prevaricating skull. Want to say something about that, Mort? You are prevaricating. I have no idea what that is, but sure. You're the scarred man who's been going around asking all the questions. You sure look lost. Do you want to come in, really, or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because Vrishka can help you. Okay, well, how can you... Well, let's start with the place. What is this? Well, what you see within the shop is the result of much trading and traveling across the plains. Weapons, charms, and other specialty items are for sale here as well. Everything that is rare and oh so exquisite fills this emporium. Your needs, I sate them. Okay, well, let's talk a bit first. Let's entertain any questions about the merchandise, but I'm not going to be drawn into one of your famous 20 questions about anything around the spire. Understood. Well, exactly what are you? I am an Alu friend, a half-demon. My mother was a Tanari, a fiend, and my father a great king of mortals. Such a rude question, but then you're rather rude-looking yourself, aren't you? Well, keep asking stuff. And indeed, what is this whole prevaricating thing? Prevaricating, misrepresenting, perjuring, dissimulating, lying. Oh, did I say that? I meant a floating disembodied pontificating skull. As in dogmatic, always stating an opinion in a self-important manner. Yet that sounds like Mort indeed. Okay, anything else? No, apparently not. Let's see what you actually have. We'll start with the weapons and charms. Just see what you actually got for us. Ooh, that's an expensive hammer of comminution. Comminution. That's an interesting word as well. 40 damage, acid damage. Kinda cool. And then we only have sort of basic things. You do have an eye. Same eye as I actually got. Okay, so we know that those aren't really unique. A dread bond, immunity to panic. Okay, not terribly bad, I guess. And Modrons. Okay, so are we gonna have a Modron in our party, perhaps? Cool. Maybe. I don't know if that's cool, but we might. Ooh, Cloud Kill, you say? Cloud Kill works pretty damn good in this game. But it does say... I mean, the pipe that I had actually didn't hit me, I think. That could be interesting. Let's chill out a little bit. We also have a Heart of the Fosterer. Summons the Somin. That is a lot of text. For something I have absolutely no idea what it actually does. We also have the Ashes of Pabulum, not usable by mages, so sadly, even though I am the Nameless One, I can't use this. So would this be... No, this doesn't say anything about me. We have a Spider Bracelet as well. Okay, so some cool things. Teeth of the Fire Drake. Aha. Could be usable. Apparently no. Only... Oh, I just saw the name now. Teeth. This is for Mort. Aha, I've been wondering if we're gonna be able to get something better for him, and this absolutely is better. Oh, well, we have to save up for that. That's not that far away either. Cool. Can I... Yeah, because we can click in here. He has his terrible teeth, 1, 2, 3, and nothing else. Yeah, that's actually quite interesting. I am indeed here to buy stuff. Let's view the exotic. Oh, it's even not actually a store. Okay. Fiend's Tongue. I can say I'll take it. This is Fiend's Tongue, a Cornigons, I think, but who really knows? It's said that placed in the mouth of any living thing, it will get the ability of speech even if there was none before. I'm selling this other for only 66 coppers. Huh. We have a woman who doesn't speak inside of the brothel there. Uh-huh. I'll take it. Okay, more exotic items. The Gorgon Salve. Okay. I traded for this with some sword-slinging prime worlder. Perseus, I think, was his name. Is that a real Perseus? Which I don't know exactly what he did, but that seems like an actual name from our history, doesn't it? Smeared onto the surface of any being turned to stone, it will revert into flesh. On 100 copper commons, a bargain considering how handy might come in should you ever find a friend of yours transmuted to rock. I'll chill out for now, but good to know that we have a stone to flesh thing. We have a metallic cube figurine. A small metal replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Ooh, cool action figure. A collector's item perhaps, or a piece of artwork, who knows. But I like it. If you do buy it, ask around, someone might know more about it than I. You can have it for only 1,500. Oh, we're not going to take that. That's a bit expensive. You also have a monster jug. Right. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair is prickling up like that. Ooh, fancy that. If you'd like, it's only 123 copper. I'll chill out with that as well. So what about the front of the... Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Wow, okay. So that's presumably the middle of the store. Okay, we have baby oil. Interested? It's the real thing, of course. Thousands of mewling mortal babies went into the making of this stuff. And apparently I can't even accept that one. Sure. Chocolate Quasit, here we go. This is for Qual, I bet. Twisted imp-like creature. Okay, never mind. Maybe not. No. Sculpted out of pure milk chocolate. Looks delicious, does it not? Imported from the lower plains. These are rare, you know, and quite prized by lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real Quasit, a fiendish familiar, polymorphed into a chocolate by powerful sorcery. Well, that's interesting. It's only 190 coppers. I shall take that. That is indeed for Qual. Keep looking. Front of the store. Codex of the Inconceivable. That, who's she, is the Codex of the Inconceivable. It'll only say that it's just, well, I cannot explain it. Mere words simply won't suffice. You can own it yourself for a mere 1,000 copper commons, and believe me, it's well worth it. Not right now, sorry. We have Diva's Tears. And these were collected from a diva who was captured during a blood war skirmish. The fiends tormented the imprisoned angel for eons before he at least escaped. This small bottle holds the 12 tears he shed in that time. Their price is but 100 copper commons. Also don't exactly know what that does, so let's leave it for now. And also an elixir of horrific separation. This stuff was compounded by a scholar who'd found she possessed a darker half, a side of her which took control at times and bade her do awful things. This potion was to have split the darker half away from her, creating two separate beings. Mercy killers, however, found and executed her for a string of depraved murders before she could use it. I charge you only 200 copper commons. I don't necessarily think that we need that right now. No. Right, also the back of the store. A stained lens. A stained round glass lens with your hand. Held in brushed steel ring. A small geared protrusion coming out of the ring makes it look like as if the lens would attach to some sort of clockwork machine. And it smells faint of horrible perfume. I have no idea what this really is, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Gaisis brought it to me from the lower plane battlefield. He'd murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there, and brought me a number of interesting items he'd collected over the course of the campaign. I kept it mostly as a conversation piece, though you may have it for 149 copper coins if you'd like, and apparently I cannot refuse, which is interesting. Okay, fair enough. I'll apparently take it. Back of the store again. Yevra's ring. This is Yevra's ring of almost invisibility. Makes it where we're invisible. Well, almost. I will part with it for a meager sum of 300. No, let's not do that. A rune-covered ale stein. Is that how you pronounce that? Stein? You examine a large pewtered ale stein covered in strange runes. An ale mug of unusual manufacture, which keeps its contents, usually beer of course, icy cold, whatever the surrounding temperature. 299 copper commons, and you'll enjoy the frostiest ale you'd ever had outside a paraplane of ice. Could that be for Merryman? You know what? I'll take it. Might be wrong about that, but sounds fun anyway. And also a tattered rag doll. The years have not been kind to this tiny rag doll. It is coming apart at the seams, and it looks like its threads are unraveling. It is obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain, but the budded eyes and its plush softness don't strike much fear into your heart. This was found in a well-trapped strongbox sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil. It was part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical texts, though I don't know what it is for. Okay. Same thing here. Let's chill out with that for now. And that's about it. Okay, so a lot of weird stuff here. Stained lens. I can identify it, I thought. Don't I have... yes, I do. I do. Let's do that. That... Bear goggles, okay. This, yeah, I could not give this away, or rather ignore it, but also only usable by Mordrons. So I'm assuming that we are gonna get a Mordron at some point. So minus the damage, being intoxicated, but more hit points and immunity to panic. Anna, you'll hold on to that for now. And we shall move that over there, you over here. So we have a fiend's tongue. I will see if that is something we can do anything with. We can head back to Qual with that one. And I don't know if is there anything in this. I don't know. Blood charm, don't I? Yeah, I do. There we go. Also, we did pick up Finham's book at some point, and Finham himself apparently didn't want it. That's a bit weird. Right, before we head back, yeah, we have been there. I haven't been to the curio place. Don't exactly know what we could potentially find there. You're not hostile. Okay, cool. So what can we find here? More people. Ivana. A well-dressed elderly woman in a gown of peach-colored and golden thread. She stands quietly, her hands folded together primly, and she nods in my direction. It is then that you notice she has no pupils. Her eyes are entirely white. She's blind, basically. And greetings, sir. I'm Ivana. Welcome to my Galleria. Feel free to look about, spending as much time here as you like. Should you have questions regarding any of the pieces, do not hesitate to ask me of them. Well, might have other questions. One moment, sir. Your voice. It is heavy with age and wounds. Would you be so kind as to permit me to touch your face? Sure. She smiles, gently running her old hands over the skin of your face. She frowns, looking slightly puzzled. So many scars, both old and new. They seem to... Pardon me, sir. I was curious to see how far they went. And yeah, she just basically started to touch my throat, etc. And well, they are everywhere, as my whole body is indeed scarred. And she just nods at that. Okay, so we have some paintings, you say. This game just throws a lot at you, doesn't it? It's fine. A painting that shows what looks to be an infinitely long stream of bilious green gas stretching off into the darkness. Horizon of a blasted rocky plain can be seen in the lower right-hand corner of the painting. One is given the impression that the head of the green cloud is rearing to strike down upon it. A placard reads, Hazazoth of the Consumption of Ngar. Alrighty. This painting, an abstract work of greens and purples, rises and ripples as it is watched. Closer examination reveals that the actual painted image is changing rather than the canvas itself. A placard states, Moments glance from the walls of Mokmana. Ooh, I can touch it. Let's touch the painting. I'm not supposed to touch paintings, am I? You place your hand upon the painting, as you had suspected. It is not that the canvas is physically moving, but that the painted image itself is changing. There's also some art piece here, an animated bloody iron chain coiling and uncoiling upon itself. The chain itself seems to be bend and weave like the spine of a snake. A small placard reads, a chiton's animate chain from Jangling Hitter. Touch the chain. Why am I going around touching the exhibits? You shouldn't do that, but whatever. The chain is slightly warm to the touch, as if it were alive. You notice that the various barbs, tiny hooks, needles, and other small sharp bits are welded along the chain's length. Alright. Fair enough. More paintings here. Painting of tall black cliffs against a blood-red sky. There looks to be figures hiding amongst the cracks of the cliffs, but whenever you squint at the painting to try and make them out, the images fade into nothing. A placard reads, Outland Raiders. And what is this? A massive horn of beaten lead, wounded with brazen chains. The horn is horribly mangled, as if some tremendous force had crushed it. Jagged blades protrude along its edge, its length, almost as if it was meant to be used as a club by some gigantic creature, as well as battle horn. A placard mounted beneath the horn reads, Cleansing Horn of Acheron. Oh, I can actually try to blow the horn? Okay. Try as you might, you cannot get a sound to issue from the massive horn. Your lips come away from the mouthpiece, tasting of blood, smoke, and metal. Nice. We have a bird-like thing here. A brilliant ruby statuette stands on its pedestal. Ooh, a ruby, you say? We need a ruby. according to the image of a winged humanoid. The figure is either demonic or angelic in nature, but it's difficult to tell which, because it refracts the light of the galleria strangely. There is no placard indicating what exactly the statue it is. Apparently I am unable to take that. Okay, we're gonna have to find a ruby somewhere else. Another painting. The surface of this painting, a wild collage of vivid colors, ripples constantly as if it were the surface of a pond during a light rain. A placard reads Wave Motion Study number 7, and we can obviously touch it. You place your palm against the canvas. You cannot feel the ripples themselves, though a cool tingling sensation passes through your hand at first contact. And a pretty beaten up statue here. This statue looks like it's about to make some angry proclamation. The sculptor has captured the essence of fury magnificently. The chiseled, tensioned lines around the neck and forehead alone must have taken many long months to get correct. Fine cracks run over the entire statue, and there is a plaque attached to its base. For some reason, we need to read this one, so let's do that. The plaque reads, okay, so it's a little bit more. This statue is believed to be the final fate of the Etherserian sorcerer. Oh, bloody hell. Gangroigedon. Wow, okay. Gangroidon. Attacked by a conclave of rival sorcerers at the height of his dream madness, he was imprisoned with a spell that turned his flesh into stone. Gangroigedon is said to have been frozen with a final awful curse still upon his lips, a curse so terrible that it was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man. By any chance, can I get that solved? And actually free whatever this is. That would be interesting. So let's examine it. The statue looks like it's about to make some angry proclamation, etc., etc. Let's examine the cracks. And you carefully examine the cracks that run like a network of fine black veins along the statue's surface. At one point, near its inner arm, is a section where an entire splinter of stone looks ready to come off. Ooh, let's do it. And you reach for the section of the forearm over the cracks of form, grip it firmly and yank, to no avail. You need a hammer to break the stone, and a small one. A limited space between the statue's arm and body means a large one suitable for combat, for instance, won't work. Have I not had something like that? Okay. Thing to keep in mind. And come on, it's me who's supposed to read things. Painting. Portrait of a grotesque, hook-nosed old crone. The hag's flesh is a sickly blue-gray color. Her eyes glow red like the embers of a dying fire. Her chin, long and sharp, juts forward in extreme underbite. Two yellowed canines protrude upwards from her lower jaw like small tusks. The smile upon her withered purplish lips speak of a horrible secret. A placard reads, Grey Hag of Oinus. As you begin to turn away from the painting, something in it draws your attention. A strange tingling sensation rises in the back of your mind. A memory beginning to surface. Here we go. I'll try to recall this. Well, you recall standing confused in a maze of briars. The hideous crone from the painting is before you, cackling wildly. You grit your teeth in frustration, wondering why she's laughing at you. My poor, dear, lovely man-thing. Why, that was your first wish. She points a single bony clawed finger in your forehand. Your temples begin to throb painfully and you can remember nothing more. Okay, cool. Right, another painting looks to be a subterranean landscape, a massive cavern interior filled with colorful, faintly luminescent, gigantic fungi. Placard reads, Veil beneath Klangedin. Very, very boring. This painting is a dark cityscape, a faraway view of some giant center of civilization being burned to the ground. The streets of the place are empty, however, absent of soldiers, refugees, and even corpses. A placard reads, The Folly of Udo. Also, I mean, Udo, isn't that also, isn't that something Japanese? Question mark? Right, let's start with the sort of flamey thing here. Shards, not flames. Several shards of black crystal or ice swirl within the freezing wind that this ornate pedestal gives forth. Each shard looks razor sharp, touching or grabbing one could be perilous. A placard on the pedestal reads, Dark bursts of Candace. Ooh, let's touch it. As you reach out to touch one of the whirling shards, your finger enters the icy wind that arises from the pedestal. Instantly, a coat of numbing frost forms around your finger, causing you to momentarily draw back. I shall touch one. You thrust your finger into the frigid numbing wind. Unbeknownst to you, your forefinger freezes solid. As one of the black shards spins into it, your fingertip breaks off with a sharp crack and goes skittering across the Galleria floor. Ow. The eyes of dark birds remain in their whirling orbit as you wait for your fingertip to grow back. Oh, it grows back. Oh, and I can actually catch that in my frost ale mug. I will. You dip the mug into the icy wind rising from the pedestal, catching a small shard with a slight clang. Peering into the mug, you can see that the dark bird has a razor-sharp sliver of black ice. One of the mug's special properties prevent the shard from melting away into nothing. I wonder if Merryman wants to drink that. A set of 4 paintings which portray an empty beach in the dead of night. The air around the painting smells faintly of brine, and the painted sea seems to ebb and flow across the darkened shore. A placard reads, Krasuthran Shoreline. I shall sniff the painting. Don't sniff glue, I was about to say. Don't sniff paint. The surface of the painting smells strongly of sea air. Let's also touch it. You place your hand on the painting, not knowing quite what to expect, but it's merely the texture of painted canvas that you feel beneath your fingertips. Aha. Right, also this one. This one looks oddly sort of matrixy. The painting depicts a shore scene with a wide reddish-orange sun setting behind a peninsula or a large jetty. The scene, though unoriginal, is breathtaking. The play of the fading daylight across the water is captured perfectly, but staring at the painted sun for any length of time makes your eyes ache. The placard reads surface of Thalassia. Let's touch it anyway. Or as well. Oddly enough, there is nothing unusual about the surface of the painting. So basically someone was able to paint like the sun. That sounds interesting. More paintings. Painting shows an enormous granite keep, a hideous thing, long and low, covered in leering gargoyles, suspended in what looks to be the night sky. A cloud of crimson and violet vapor whirls in the background along the right side of the painting. A placard reads simply, The Library. And then the matrix, it's totally glowing as well. The hundreds of chips of translucent green glass, which makes up this stained glass window, don't appear to be held together by anything, but rather remain free-floating and mysteriously suspended within the iron frame's boundaries. The shards ripple and move in slow waves, causing bizarre patterns to fluctuate across the window surface as various portions of it refract the gallery's light in different directions. A small placard beside the window reads, Arcadian stained glass window. Let's poke the glass here. Reach out to touch the undulating glass shards, but find you cannot do so. Your hand stops just short of the surface of the glass. Well, let's try and punch it. I'm not very strong, but let's try and punch it. You succeed only in bruising your knuckles. The glass may as well be sheet iron. Right, Ivenda, or whatever your name was. Was it Ivenda? It was... What was it? Ivana, almost correct. So, I do have some question. Oh, I can ask about everything. Obviously, I can ask about anything. Or everything. Let me do that and see if anything of that is interesting. And we do have one bit of information right here about the dark burst of Canthus over here. It is said that this sheet of ice is the final destination of the river Styx. With the recollection of all that have plunged into the Styx memory, destroying water still lie frozen within the ice. So that is exactly what we needed for Merryman. So indeed, if the water Styx destroy one's memories, would this ice from Ocanthus do the same? It could just be assumed that it does. Perfect, there we go. So I have a couple of others to ask. Let's see if there's anything else that's interesting. Well, nothing more, I think. We did get a confirmation, by the way, that the picture of the hag was indeed of Ravel Puzzlewell. And she gave me information about her as well, but I don't think there was anything new we haven't heard before. But we can actually ask her a bit more here. And yeah, are you actually blind? Well, I cannot see it, but only because I do not wish to. In time, I will allow my vision to return so that I can re-experience the contents of my Galleria with the benefit of new, fresh eyes. Okay, that's weird, but sure. And apparently she looks a bit familiar. And maybe like someone called Yves. Who's that? That is my daughter, will no longer speak. Why do you not speak? There's nothing to be said between us. She has gone off in pursuit of stories, all for reasons I'm unaware of. Oh, is that, you're right, is that the girl also in the brothel with the stories? Okay, she might have told me a tale about that. Well, would you tell me, please? I'd most appreciate it. So indeed, Tale Chaser's story and her endless quest for the tale that holds the truth she seeks. And you want to know slowly, I had no idea. I will see her now, and I thank you, good sir, for bringing me to this news of my only daughter. And the color slowly bleeds into her pale irises until her eyes are a brilliant shade of green. So can you see now? She smiles at that. Okay, well, there you go. And yeah, it kind of shows that you sort of need to go back and forth between characters and talk to them, I guess, because if I had gone here first, I would not have gotten that. And I probably would never have gotten back here. Also, I guess. Well, we kind of... Yeah, okay, can we find work here? Well, I'm afraid I do not go far from beyond gallery. I cannot help you with this matter. You know what? I think we're done. I'm gonna leave the statue for now, but that is an interesting prospect to get the salve and see if we can. Come on, am I pressing the wrong button here? Oh, I am pressing the wrong button. Not right click, left click. Yeah, we might come back here, but right now I need to go up to the Civic Festival. And are the hostile guards still there? Yes, they are. They are right here. No, crap. Okay, so they actually stop following. That's good. Go. Get the hell away from it. Why? Why are some of them hostile and some not? That is super weird. Back to the fest hall. And let's start by finding Mr. Merriman. That's Mert with the headless. I think Merriman is just walking around over here. And let's see if we can find him. And then we need to go to the private chambers again. Here we go, Mr. Merriman. And well, something that will wipe my mind on these accursed memories. I might actually do. A dark bird of oakanthus, a sliver of ice from the river Styx. Exactly what you wanted. He takes a mug, removes a piece of paper from his pockets, he tilts the mug back and takes the ice into his mouth. It melts instantly, leaving him with a somewhat startled expression.
Updated my journal.
Merriman, are you cool? Congratulations, Merriman, you've begun again. Wait. Let me read that from the beginning. Merriman looks at you, confused. Then at the paper in his hands. He reads aloud. Congratulations, Merriman, you've begun again. Thank the man in front of you and give him the key in your pocket. Speak to Splinter, the man at the door of this building, for more information. He looks at you again. Well, it would seem I owe you thanks, good sir. Here, take this key. I'd best find the Splinter fellow and find out what's going on.
I've learned some new tricks.
Well, there we go. Smart move with the paper. Really smart, because otherwise we would have been troubled trying to get anything from him. And I also need to talk to Splinter, because we need to go to the private rooms. We need to go to... sensoriums, the private sensoriums. And now, Qual, where are you hiding? You are Quell, so not Qual, Quell. Hello, Quell. We have a fabulous piece of chocolate for you. Here we go, imported chocolate just for you. Oh, very kind of you, very gentlemanly, may I see? I'll show him. He takes it from your hands. Oh, quite rare. These are most delectable. He bites off a large piece and tucks what's left into his tunic. Well, now you might answer some questions. Who told you to bother me with inane questions? Come now, what is it that you wish to bother me with, or be gone? Let's actually cut right to the chase here. Ravel Puzzlewell. What do you know? At the mention of her name, he swallows the candy, sucking on with a loud gulp. What to tell? Why tell it all? Such things, such tales are best left in dusty books and in the attics of old men's minds. Evil, evil! Such a name, and such dark tales swarm about it, like flies on a corpse. Well, I still want to know, because that old man attic, could it be anywhere in your attic, perhaps? He rolls his eyes, plopping another candy into his mouth. She's a night hag, my boy, who came to sigil all evil and cackles. She was, alive with her shadow magic, ready to butt heads with the Lady of Pain. Barmy, old hag, only succeeding in getting herself maced. She's likely dead by now. So what's up with this shadow magic? Yes. Ravel dabbled, no, not dabbled, but excelled in all schools of magic. She knew shadow magics, magic evolution, and shadow substance. Shadows, residues of dead things. So how could I find her? Why would you ask such a thing? Are you mad? Why could you possibly want such an evil creature? Well, she actually knows something about my past. Doubtful, she was maced many centuries ago. Gone, penned in the dead book she is. And even if she were somehow, still clutching to life with her black and bloody talons, what could she possibly know about you? If she wasn't a spitting image of cackling evil, that is, and wasn't even willing to help you. Well, I'll really just have to hope that she is indeed alive. By Lesh's 6 tenths in her swollen tummy, what a flickering candle of hope hurled into the howling winds of pandemonium that is. Flicker, flicker, whoosh. Don't be any more the fool that you need to be. Well, I must seek her out, no matter what. And I kind of know that she is alive, from the vision we had down here. But again, still curious if that was actually her, or indeed just my own imagination. I don't know. So if she is dead, as she most likely is, then what is your plan, may I ask? You have everything all figured out, do you? Quell, just blowing words out of his pits, nonsense, nothing. What do you plan to do if she's in the dead book? Well, what do you think I should do? What's your take? Well, the first brilliant question you've asked me. I think you should give up this clueless idea of entering mazes with shadowy night hags and blow back into whatever crypt you crawled out of. Makes far more sense than fishing for the latest anger, it does. Well, how could I get into that maze? Lunatic, madman, Adelcove. Have you not listened to a word I've said? She's imprisoned in an interdimensional maze for trying to best the Lady of Pain. That means she's at least 10 times as barmy as you, and at least 100 times more powerful. She's also most likely dead. Dead, thrice dead, and if by some happenstance she isn't, she'll make you dead. Well, I mean, I get it, but I still need help, so if you would just answer the question. Well, he's chewing on his lip, and after a moment he fishes around his tunic for a mint, obviously. You're serious? Serious now? Why so serious? So Bart or bent, so mule stubborn. Well, born clueless, die clueless.
Updated my journal.
Yes? All mazes have portals. This much I know to be true. A way in, a way out. This is how the lady fashions them. I do not know the portal, its location, or even its form, but I am told its key is a piece of ravel. Okay, well, a piece of her, but if she's maced, then how am I supposed to get that then? Then you have to make two. Find something that has Ravel's taint in it, mayhap. That is all I know. All. Bother me no more about it. If you want to go pestering someone about something like that, go to the brothel of slating intellectual lust. One of the ladies there is bound to have met someone or know something that'll help.
Updated my journal.
Can I ask more about this? Can I have some candy? A candy? And once more for good measure, a candy? What, pray tell, makes you think I'd give my candy to a shirtless, impertinent pumpion such as yourself? And, well, would you sell me one? Now that I might. But I would warn you, I sell no ordinary candies but chocolates of power. He draws his last word, rubbing his hands together greedily. So what do you mean by that? Well, indeed, they are not cheap, mind you, so should you find yourself short of jink, I suggest you drop the subject immediately. Would you like to see what I have to offer? I would indeed.
Updated my journal.
You have blessed candy, holy candy, Mechanus candy, crunchy candy, frosty mint candy, quivering candy, Minorosian chocolate, lucky candy, and stinky chocolate. So what did these actually do? Invokes bless, protection from evil, call lightning, armor, friends, strength. So basically it's a small bonus. Swarm Curse, Luck, and Cloud Kill. I mean, I'm good. It's fine. Can I sell you anything, by the way? It doesn't really appear that I can. Okay, well, well, Revel Puzzlewell. I don't think that this one counts as being of the taint of her. Nah, that doesn't seem correct. So let's leave this place, and we shall finish the episode off by leveling up Anna. What did you level up in? You leveled up in Fighter. That's some sort of good. So obviously no thief skills, more fighting skills have improved. I think that sums to 7 hit points, which is good. Nothing more than that. Well, I think we have a bit more time. Let's head back to the brothel and have a bit of a chat with the one who was friends with Merryman and see if we can sort of unlock, if you would, the things in here. Oh, have I talked to you? Oh, right. You're that one. But I didn't see that I could go in here. Is there anyone here? There's no one here. And there's nothing here, so fair enough. Maybe I actually was here already. And now I probably have some officer. Yeah, he's here. Okay, so do you want to fight me? Because I'll fight one of you. Okay. I'll fight one of you if you can sort of move away and do it slightly at the back here. And I shall also move back. Okay, well, start fighting it. No, I didn't want you to... Oh, here we go. Only injured. Okay, Mortis taking a bunch of damage. And I should probably be able to join it. Didn't have to. That is a hammer. Don't need that. Okay, no one seems to really mind, which I am 100% okay with. You are, again, not aggroing me, so that's good. And right, it's up there. Let's hope I don't run into more of them, because one was actually not that easy. 3 of them in a row seems like a bad plan. Was I able to go here? They are friendly. Cool. I should be able to get in here, even if there was a pack sort of in this direction here. Right. Right. Echo. I have a fiend's tongue. Would you be interested in that? Greetings. I have questions. No, sadly, I don't seem to be able to do anything with that. Okay, that's a shame. Seems to be that this is not for her, but it might be for someone else. Now, Dolora, you were the one with Merryman, right? Here we go. So, I have the keys to your heart. Here they are.
My journal.
Bunch of experience points. Nice. At last, as she takes the keys from her grasp, her hand brushes against yours. Her skin is dry but icy to the touch, like cold metal. These will be of great use to me. I thank you. So, that means that I have questions for you. The most important thing about you... What was that? Well, I'm gonna ask about everything, I guess, because I don't really remember what I asked you. Well, I haven't talked to these guys, have I? They weren't named, which is a bit of a shame, but I might have to go and look at them. So what about your nature? Well, Merryman never told me much regarding my construction. I know little of the inner workings of my body, much as you likely know little of yours. Outwardly, though, I am a human woman in all respects, save for the texture and temperature of my flesh. And okay, but what about your mind and your emotions? Its functions are as much a mystery to me as any humans. When I first came to this place, I did not understand emotions, nor have any of my own. I have feelings now, though I'm only beginning to understand them. And the keys, what do they do exactly? Well, I can only assume that Merryman made the keys so that there would be no risk of me drawing away from him before He had tired of his experiment. Now that they are in my possession, I am free to develop and possess my own emotions. Okay. So how does your mind work? This function is a mere mystery to me as humans, etc., etc. Okay. And let's see what you know about Vivian's scent. Well, assuming you mean her personal scent, which she alleges has been stolen from her by one of the prostitutes here. I do not know with whom it now rests. You may wish to ask Nenny, however. She sees much of what occurs here. But how could a scent be stolen? Well, Vivian utilized an aspect of the art to create change and enhance the olfactory aspects of an object, living or dead. Perhaps the thief knows more of these skills as well. Her scent would have arrested an object, however, and not on the thief, were that the case. Else Vivian would know them by their smell. Okay, so an object. And about the Crimson Veil. I have not seen Marissa's veil since she last wore it outside her chambers. That was some time ago, and then he sees much of what goes on. You might do well to ask her. I think we did that. And also, what do you know about Ravel Puzzlewell? Well, I know that she was, or is, she is to be numbered among the living, a night hag, of great power, etc., etc. And Yves, indeed. So was there nothing else? What about the never mind, the silent prostitute. That is exactly what we're supposed to do. Right. And her name is Echo, her voice, and in fact her every means of communication was stolen and destroyed. Echo's words once wooed away the paramour of the godling Paramisha. Paramisha, in a jealous rage, tore away Echo's voice, sealed it within a crystal vial, and hurled it into a Megogalamdraga's maw. Megogalamdraga, right. Echo's voice is forever lost to her. Only another new voice could return to her the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Paramisha's paramour myself once. Well, I have some means of doing that. Okay.
I feel stronger.
And I have leveled up as well. Echo, can we actually talk to you now then about this? Oops, that's not what I intended to do. Okay. Nothing still. Your voice is stolen. Apparently, had I not asked her about that? She nods vigorously. Well, actually, maybe we unlocked that dialogue choice now. So, could we get it back? Okay. She suddenly looks at you pleadingly as expecting an answer. Well, I need to know your name to ask about your voice. Is it Echo? Yes. And I shall vow it. I shall try to return your voice.
Updated my journal.
So what did I actually say to myself about that? I thought I was trying to find something about that. Yes. And here we go. I've agreed to help Echo, etc., etc. I have something. Can I use this? Because this is a fiend's silver tongue floating in your brine. It is said that once placed into the mouth of any living thing, it would give the ability to speech, even if there was none before. Shouldn't this be it? Here we go. Okay, fair enough. I just had to go through some dialogue. Fiend's tongue. She raises her eyebrow and gives you a skeptical look. I would be skeptical too. I'm told that, should you place it in your mouth, you will regain the ability to communicate. She nods and takes the bollard from you. Gingerly picks out the severed tongue from the briny solution, and after staring at it for a moment in disgust, places it into her mouth. Suddenly her eyes widen, and there is a burst of reddish light from her lips. Are you cool? Echo opens her mouth, closes it, and then opens it once more, and speaks. And she apparently yells everything. Oh joy! I damned into the darkest of pits, thou stench ridden worm, kneel before me, supplication insect. And Mort goes, yikes. Well, she covers her mouth. It probably wasn't her voice, that. Okay, probably the fiend's tongue. She slowly takes her hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity. Thou shalt serve in the battle thrall until the plains right to hall. Thou art mine. And okay. I think I saw a way to help you at Vrishka's curiosity shop. Diva's Tears. Okay.
My journal.
Aha, and also produces a slip of paper from MacLeod. It appears to be a promissory note in the amount of 1,000 commons, which a processor can collect upon from the brothel. Okay, this will be enough. Right, let's deal with that. Back at the curiosity shop. Hello, Vrishishka. I am wanting to buy something. Exotic items. Not here. Divas Tears. I have 1,000 commons promissory note from the brothel for this. Well, I suppose I can have Stanish fetch it later. Very well, here you are. Please enjoy your newest acquisition. Cool. And actually, why did I gain a copper? Interesting. Right, let's get back to the brothel. Echo, I have something for you. Let's get rid of that hellish voice of yours. Here are the Divas Tears. Should soothe the tongue's cursing. That's a hefty bit of experience as well. Well, she nods, smiling, takes the vial from you, and a few sparkling blue drops on their tongue, and I believe your tears are working. Yes, they are. I can speak in my own voice once more. Oh, how I thank you. And she squeezes my hand and bows her head gratefully. It was my pleasure. More experience points, or rather level up. So, Echo, let's talk now that we can actually talk to you. And, so what are you doing here? I'm a student, as are all the prostitutes. Seek to better learn the art of language in order to stimulate the minds, to heighten our awareness of ourselves and others, and to create new ways of experiencing another person. Well, I've been without the ability to speak for so long, most patrons came to me seeking someone to listen, someone attentive and capable of understanding them that they could speak to, free of interruption and the like. Now that I can speak once more, I wonder if the time has come for me to move on, leave the brothel and become a sensate. Indeed. A member of the Society of Sensation, ask for from Grace or someone at the Civic Festival. I mean, I'm sort of a sensate myself, if you wouldn't guess it. And okay, more questions. What about this place? What's your take? Well, the brothel is a school of sorts where young women, the prostitutes, she gives a wry smile, study the art of language and its subtleties, etc. And the brothel runs on the donation of its many patrons who come here seeking something more than base physical pleasure in the company of a woman. And indeed, we already know about sensates. And here we go. Ravel Puzzlewell. What do you know? Well, in fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children. Oh. Well, a child surely should carry the taint of her, shouldn't it? So apparently she has kids. Well, I miss here time, Decisive. Oh, isn't it her? She's a child of Ravels, though she is loath to accept the fact. Who could blame her? I've never gotten her to admit it, though. I am sure it's true. Uh-huh. So, right, what about you? Can you tell me anything about sense, etc.? Well, I have no idea. I've spoken to Nenny. Again with Nenny. Marissa, no idea. Again, Nenny. Fine, let's leave it at that, and let's handle some level ups before we finish off. So, you get some more thievery. We need to keep getting this up, and we should get 5 of each, and I think open should go a little bit higher now. 4 more hit points, that's good, and I have leveled up, and most importantly, more spell memorizations and more character points as well. So let's keep going charisma for now. I think I want that to possibly 19 and then continue with intelligence, I think. So we're, oh, no, I don't want to do that. So where are we now? We got level 5, I could get Cloud Kill. That could be cool. Right. We've done some good. And it is, indeed, that is Cassidy. We have Mordrons here, but they are unnamed. They are unnamed, so I don't necessarily think that that is anyone that wants to join me. But okay, we have some stuff to get back to, I guess, in the next episode. Let's see if Fall from Grace wants to join my party now, or if we can do something else. I'm also kind of curious to go down again into the basement-looking thing where we had the Sensate stones, because now that I am sort of a Sensate, Maybe I can access them. Is that a thing? I don't know. I'll probably check that out. But with that said, I think that we are good to go for this episode. For now, though, this has been Ghostmat Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.